All that for 85 cents is crazy. Now, I haven't been everywhere in the world, but I've been to a few places, and I can tell you one thing. Vietnam is probably the best country in all of Asia, if not in the whole world, where you can get high quality and delicious food at the cheapest price. And today, I'm gonna show you 5 different dishes that you can get for $1 or less. Now, the first one is probably the most common and most accessible one. It's the famous banh mi. Now, in Vietnamese, banh mi refers to bread, but it's commonly used to refer to a sandwich. Wait, I feel like I'm screaming my brains out. Let me get away from the traffic a little bit. So like I was saying, banh mi is commonly used to refer to a sandwich, especially when it's followed by what's inside. Like banh mi thịt nướng is bread, grilled meat for a grilled meat sandwich. Banh mi ốc la is bread, fried egg for a fried egg sandwich. You get the picture, right? Now, you can find banh mi in pretty much every little corner of Vietnam. Like every neighborhood, every little corner, you'll find a place, a little shop, or a street vendor selling banh mi. And the prices will vary from 45-50 cents if you're in a remote area, remote neighborhood, and you order a really simple banh mi, and it will go up to like $2 or $3 if you're in a more touristic area and you order a more kind of loaded banh mi with different types of meat. But usually the price will vary between 80 cents to $1 for a regular banh mi. And right now I'm at one of my favorite spots when it comes to having a simple but very good banh mi. It's right here, banh mi Mr. K++. So let's order one right now. Xin chào. Hộp bánh mì tạp cam.
Dạ rồi.
Bao nhiêu tiền?
20.
Salt mayonnaise. Cảm ơn ơi.
No chili.
No chili. Come on.
Cảm ơn.
So this banh mi here just cost me 20,000 dong, which is about 85 cents. The ingredients in it, you got pate, you got sasiu, which is like barbecue pork, siu mai, which is those meatballs in the sauce, a little bit of fish sauce, some pickled carrots and radish, some coriander, and some nice little sauce. This is a nice one. Let's find a little corner to have a bite. Right here. Now you see, that's the downside of banh mi is I would say 99% of the time the shops selling banh mi don't have tables or anywhere to sit down. So you take it with you, you take it home, or you find a park nearby, or a little alley with somewhere to put your butt down or lean against or something like that. All right, let's get a bite. All right. Look at this. Loaded with goodness. As you saw over there are different ingredients that are available, and it varies from a shop to another. I ordered tap cam, which is everything, but you can ask to have specifically only this meat and those vegetables, or this sauce, or more of that sauce. You can make the banh mi of your dreams. You never go wrong with banh mi. All right, I'll keep stuffing my face. Let's go to the second one. Now this one is one of my favorite. Ban Quân Now. It's only 20,000. That's about 85 cents, something like that. You can even get Ban Nuot for even cheaper. But right now we're gonna have Ban Quân. Let me show you. Xin chào. Mất phần Ban Quân. Ban Quân Now. So first she will pour a mix of rice flour and water on a stretched out piece of fabric, and it's gonna cook on a kind of a steam pot. Sometimes you can also mix an egg to it to make Ban Quân Chung. Then she adds a mix of meat, mushroom, and spices. Then it will be chopped up in smaller pieces, to which they will add bean sprouts and some fresh greens, and then a mix of Vietnamese sausages and a fried cake. Top it off with some fried crispy onions. Oh, that. And of course, some nuoc mam, some fish sauce with chili as a dipping sauce. Come on. Look at this. Then you dip this in the fish sauce. It's so good. It's really one of my favorites. I think I could eat this every day, and it's only 20,000. No wonder they keep operating like a machine, like it doesn't stop, because people come and eat here. It's very quick. You can be served and finish eating in like 10 minutes. A lot of people come by to grab a takeaway as well. 85 cents. What? Technically we could count this as 3 different dishes, because they do serve Ban Nuot for 18,000, Ban Quân for 20,000, and Ban Quân Chung for 25,000, which are all $1 or less. But we're just gonna count it as one because I want to show you more stuff. All right, this next one is another of my favorites. It's kind of my comfort food here in Vietnam. It is soy man. Now you can get different sizes of plate from 25,000, 30, 35,000, depending on the size and the ingredients that you ask for. Xin chào. Tôi muốn 25 tạp cam 25. Got the sticky rice, some chicken, Vietnamese sausage cha lua, heo quai, the crispy pork belly, sasiu, the barbecue pork, some chicken liver, lap suong, the Chinese style sausage, and mohan, which is green onions and fat, some shredded pork floss. Come. Come on. Okay. And all this together makes a beautiful little sticky rice dish for only 25,000. No, it's okay. Really? Xin cảm ơn. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, normally it costs 25,000, but she refused my money today. I come here all the time. I think she's making the best soy in Saigon. I guess this one is definitely less than $1. Xin cảm ơn. Tạm biệt. Damn. Okay. All right. So in this case here for soy, it's a little bit the same thing as for banh mi. In most cases, soy places, banh mi places, and other types of street food will not have like anywhere for customers to sit down and eat. So it's more kind of a takeaway situation. Check this out. Check how beautiful this is. Look at this. You got all the goodies and the sticky rice at the bottom. And she also added some pickled carrots and radish. Oh. I know it looks a little bit messy, but it's freaking delicious. All right. Crispy pork belly is so tasty. Honestly, I'm still blown away that she gave me this meal that she didn't want me to pay. I mean, I eat there all the time, at least 2 or 3 times a week. I love it. This is my comfort food. If you happen to be in Saigon, check her out. I have to give her a shout out. So it's 101 Van Kip Street, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of food on that street, but her soy is definitely the highlight in my opinion. All right, on to the next one. The next one is really popular in the south, especially here in Saigon, and it's Cơm Tam. It's basically a grilled pork chop with some broken rice. Let me show you. Motsun, Hai Lam. Oh, come on. Here it is. Come on. So you got a nice. Damn, those kids are having a blast with a gecko. So you got a nice little pork chop. Hello. A nice pork chop, some veggies. Here you got some mohan, which is basically like fat with green onions. You got a fish sauce with chili. And here they even give you a little egg soup as a side dish. And if you want some tea, here I can get a cup. Nice little cup of cold tea to go with this. All right, let's dig in. Let's taste the pork chop first. Nice. A little bit tough. Ooh. The nuc mam, the fish sauce, is quite spicy. Let's taste the rice. It's decent. To be honest, the pork chop is a little bit dry, but it's not bad. It's still definitely edible. All right, now let's try the soup. Very simple soup. I think it's like a mix of like a very simple broth, some tomatoes, some eggs, and I think a little bit of coriander and something like that. It's very simple, it has a very light taste. A little sip of cold tea to wash it down. A little sip of cold tea to wash it down. A little sip of chada, cold tea to wash it down. Now obviously you can find some better Cơm Tam, but you'll pay more. You can go to other places where they'll have bigger pork chops. The meat will be probably more tender. The rice will be softer. Portions will be bigger. Maybe the environment will be more comfortable. Right now I'm literally sitting in an alley with kids running around and screaming and motorbikes zooming by, but it's $1. Number 5, Kumbinyan. It's actually not a dish. It's more kind of a type of restaurant. Usually it's a mom and pop shop and they serve pre-prepared dishes. Usually it's 2 dishes served with rice. So you can have different options of stewed meat or fish with vegetables and rice for 25,000. Now, it can be a little bit more expensive, like 30,000 if you go to certain neighborhoods, like right in the center of Saigon. But in most neighborhoods, you will be able to find one for 25,000. Now, let's see what options we have here. Xin chào. Một phần 25.
Đúng rồi.
Okay. This thịt kho. This is pork with egg, fried fish, gà. This
Thịt kho mắm ruốc.
mắm ruốc.
Yes.
Thịt kho mắm ruốc. This is another type of pork with like kind of a fermented fish sauce.
Cá hú.
Cà hú.
Yeah.
Some stewed fish here. Chung
Cút. Chả cá bọc trứng cút.
chả cá. Okay, so those are like kind of little fish cakes with quail egg inside.
Tôm rim. Tôm rim. Nước
Rim.
dừa.
Okay. Some shrimps. Đau
Đậu
hũ.
hú. Nhồi thịt.
Okay, so this is like fried tofu stuffed with meat, and usually it's also with green onions and other spices. And this thịt heo
Kho măng.
Khao mang. Okay, there's not much left. It seems like a popular one. This one is kind of stewed pork with bamboo shoots. I don't know which one to pick. I actually like thịt kho, the meat, the pork with eggs. This one right here, I really love this. This is a really typical traditional Vietnamese dish. I kind of want to try the stuffed tofu. And the fish cakes with the quail eggs inside is also intriguing. And mam ruok, the pork with the fish sauce. I think I will try the pork with the fish sauce because I don't remember trying this. The thịt kho mam ruok.
Yes.
Okay, come on.
Ăn. Kho mắm ruốc.
Thịt kho mam ruok. Bye. Một phần.
Ăn ở đây.
Bye. Oh, come on. Oh, look at this. Okay, so come on. Okay, so I got all of this. I even have a cup of cold tea here. So I have a plate of rice with the pork. Usually it's pork belly cooked with fish sauce. I think there's some lemongrass. We got some vegetables here like carrots and some green vegetable. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe celery or something like that. I even got a little soup here, a little vegetable soup. They took some of the sauce of the thịt kho, the pork with egg, the stewed pork with egg, so I can have some extra sauce for my rice. And I even have a cup of cold tea. Trà đá.
Trà đá miễn phí. Trà đá miễn phí.
Miễn phí.
Yes.
Trà đá miễn phí.
Yes.
Cộng thì không biết miễn phí. Không
Phí
biết.
là không tính tiền á. Free.
Free?
Yes.
Oh, free? Oh, okay. Không. Không. Okay. It's free. It's free. Exactly. Say come on. Okay. So let me grab a spoon here. Clean my little spoon. Actually, let me give you a closer look. This is a nice plate here. The soup here is with some green vegetables. I don't know what vegetable it is. Okay, let's taste the soup first. Oh, Tastes a lot like spinach. It's good. I like it. The broth is very light, a little bit salty. It really tastes a lot like spinach. Maybe it's baby spinach because the leaves are quite small, but it's good. All right, let's try this. Titko mamruk. It's good. I like pork belly. Definitely a taste of lemongrass. I can also taste the kind of the fish sauce in the that they used to like stew. God damn, I can't even talk today. I'm too hungry. All right, let's try with some of the sauce here on my rice. This is nice. On quá?
Thank you.
So restaurants like this one here, Cơm Bình Nhan, you can pretty much find those all over Vietnam. It's pretty much like kind of the go-to for a quick lunch when you don't have too much time. The food is already cooked. What is hot is basically the rice. The rice is in like a hot, like kind of a rice pot. And the dishes in the kind of the glass box, they're just like kind of ambient temperature, which is always fairly warm or hot here in Vietnam. So it's already ready to serve. There's no cooking time or warming up time needed or preparation. They just put the rice in the plate, put the meat on top, put the vegetables on top, and boom, you're ready to eat. So it's really a go-to for a lot of people that are working hard, don't have too much time to have like a long lunch break or something like that. So that's the spot. You will also see places called Cơm Chua. Usually it's almost the same thing. The only difference is that Cơm Chua is specifically for lunchtime. Cơm Chua is like lunch. So the Cơm Chua places will be mostly open like in the middle of the day, while you can find some Cơm Bình Nhan who will be open at later hours for like dinner or sometimes early in the morning for breakfast. It will also be mostly common for lunchtime, but that's the distinction between the two. All right, I'm gonna keep enjoying my $1 lunch. Now, those were just a few options. I could have mentioned a bunch of others like chao long, like hủ tiếu gò, like banh mi kebab. I made a video about this right here. Very cheap kebab. It's interesting. Check it out. Or like cam chai places, which are Vietnamese vegetarian restaurants. And usually at those places, you can find a lot of interesting options at a very low price. And if you want to look for more potential, cheap meal options, I really recommend to check out wet or fresh markets like this one. Chợ Đan Đinh here is a great example for that. It's a nice little market located right in the center of the city. It has a nice little food court where you'll find a bunch of different meal options that are quite cheap, especially if you go early in the morning. But you can find food all day long in most of those markets. Here, for example, you can even come in the evening to get some street food snacks until quite late in the evening. But yeah, like I said, you can find those markets, those wet markets or fresh markets, whatever you want to call them, everywhere in Saigon, basically everywhere in Vietnam, and it's always a good place to find cheap food, especially if you go early in the morning. I also recommend you to check out like little alleys. Well, not like this one. This one's a bad example because it's a dead end right here. Also because we're right next to a street where there's a lot of food. But if you go in the residential area and you start exploring little alleys, you'll find a lot of small alley vendors selling different food options at a very low price, especially if you go really early in the morning, because that's where people get their breakfast in the neighborhood. Now, keep in mind that all the meal options I just showed you in this video are in Saigon and fairly close to the center. If you go to a more like kind of remote suburb, or if you go to a small town or the countryside, you can probably find all those options at an even cheaper price or even more options for $1. And if you're willing to add 50 cents or an extra $1 to your budget, you multiply your meal options by like 100. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you found it interesting. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to catch more videos about food and life in Vietnam and other places. And I'll catch you in the next video.